Let's do that. Okay, cool. Okay, so kickoff, Intro to Leadership Academy. I do want to start off by letting you guys know what Leadership Academy is and what it's going to be like. So first of all, congratulations, because Leadership Academy is no small feat. It is a special opportunity. And know that you guys are the elite people, whether you're on here live or watching the recording. There's about 10-ish people who are accepted in Leadership Academy in our division as we build. First year, Northwoods division, building, we're looking to promote a lot of offices. We're looking to get people in leadership positions. So, whether your ambition is to run your own office or be a sales manager or a lead assistant or run our whole division, in the future, I know these calls are important and Leadership Academy is important. Those who are at SC2 basically saw that the answer to every position you want to be at is Leadership Academy. Okay, so if you want to be a CSP, get invited to Leadership Academy. If you want to be a DM, a district executive, I'll say, get invited to Leadership Academy. If you want to be the Dom, like Josh over there, get invited onto that. If you want to be a selling and recruiting assistant, everything starts at Leadership Academy because we teach the skills of how to run a business. We teach the skills of how to work with people and how to run interviews and training and build an organization and manage them. And it's not like you just show up in the summer and you all of a sudden are really good at the job. You have to work at it. And what's cool is Leadership Academy is free, unlike most other learning opportunities, especially that many of you are in here right now, because you're going to spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on an education to help you learn and grow to be the person you're hoping to be, to go and get that great job. And so what I love about our Vector Leadership Academy is that you're getting free learning and training. It's one conference call a week, and then one actual meeting a month. And so it allows you to not be overwhelmed with so much with school. Gives you plenty of time to still do appointments and plenty of time to still have fun at school, but prepare to have a huge 2020 and beyond. So based on your involvement in Leadership Academy and based on your startup that you're building, based on your personal sales, is going to give you the opportunity to be in a position of choice, which you talk about a lot. Being able to choose to run your own office and choose to be a sales manager or a Dom is great, as opposed to wanting that position and not being offered it because you didn't put forth the work, right? Our team is really great. However, we want the right people in that position, right? We want the Aaron Rodgers, right, and the Randall Cobbs and all the top people in the right position. And I know in our division for sure, there's a lot of opportunity to level up in the people in their positions to be able to get better results. And so it's great as we build, we're learning. And what I love about the fall and Fall Leadership Academy is it's very simple. It's very cool to see and learn, how to interact with other people. And what I want to do is I want to walk you through the schedule of Leadership Academy here in a moment. But I want you guys to understand that whatever position you want to be in Vector and in life, Leadership Academy will help you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you guys through this so you are aware of the schedule. Okay, so here it is. Here's the basic agenda. The plan is a conference call, and I emailed this to the dozen or so of you in Leadership Academy. But there's the call from 4 to 4:45. You guys know the login here. Basic agenda. So for future, we're going to do an update on progress, like what happened since the last call with progress. And then also we're going to teach you something, and also we're going to go over some assignments. So the way it breaks down, you guys can see each day, each Monday, there's something different. We're going to start off. So we have our intro call and a little bit about past customer biz today. And then we're going to focus on CVI. So one of your assignments you want to write down is to join the CVI Facebook group. If you're not in that yet, join the CVI Facebook group. Ask questions, interact. If you want to know how to work with a certain CVI score differently, then go ahead and ask in there. Okay. So next week, Monday, we'll focus on builders. We'll spend probably about 20 minutes talk about builders, how to interact with them. If you are a builder, what that means about you. And that'll be really cool. And then the next week, we'll talk about merchants, and then innovators, and then bankers. Okay, so we'll focus on CBI the first 4 weeks, basically in September. Also in September, we have the SLC push. Be ready to help out your office. And it's the only national push out there in the fall that's going to allow you to compete and help your office be a competitor and compete and lead. So your manager is going to go to St. Louis, and they're going to be able to represent their squad and their team. And it's great. It's great to like kind of feel good because you are one of the top offices. And it's great. So send your manager there with confidence because you guys rocked it. Feels really good when you're there. It's really cool to be at President's Banquet in January of this year after just having an 80K week and only losing to Drew Frank like $1,000. I felt like $1 million as a new division manager, being number 2 in the company that week as reports came out, and I was there in Vegas hanging out with all the top people. So please do that for your manager and also for your sake. It's a chance to sell more and make more. Now, after that, we're going to focus on, so there's the TLA calls on Mondays. Next, we're going to focus on EQ, so emotional intelligence. And there's a couple cool books out there about that, but I'm going to be walking you through some of the basics of emotional intelligence and understanding emotions and feelings a little bit more. And by the way, the reason why we're doing this in the fall is because it's going to help you understand people better. So we'll be focusing on the interview a ton in the fall, along with learning that, along with learning people. So that way you're that much better with PDI and PCs and training and interviews and demos and your relationships. So there's that. And then we'll be focusing on the next couple calls in October on the 5 love languages. So people feel love in different ways. Reps feel love in different ways. And so being able to know what people's love languages are so you can cater to that also helps. Then kicking off in November, be crucial conversations, how to have those uncomfortable conversations, how to get a little sweaty, a little nervous, and handle those tough conversations in life and in business that you need to have. They're going to move the needle forward. And then we're going to talk about January prep from middle of November through basically Christmas. It's going to be focused on prepping for January, selling big during Thanksgiving, and then also making sure we're set for training, doing all that. So those are the Leadership Academy calls, and they'll be focused on a little bit about the interview and recruiting and on campus, along with these cool topics as well. And then we have 3 Leadership Academies here at the Fox Valley office. If you're within a couple hours, definitely the expectation is to drive in. If you're ways away, like 3 or 4 or even 5 hours Kensington, you can Zoom call in. That is okay. But the first one, is from 10 till 3, Saturday the 28th. So again, this is review. Many of you guys got this schedule kind of quick though at COC, just in case it is in your email. The few people, we have a few spots that are invited to Leadership Academy for Olean, which is the Region Leadership Academy. If you get invited to that, feel super special, right? So basically Josh, Hunter, and Daniel, congratulations on being invited. It's a super special thing, and realize it's really only meant for people that will be running their own office for sure and have at least 2,500 in startup. So some of you are super close to that, but you're not quite there yet. And know that it took me like 3 years to be invited for me to go. Some of you will be invited next year. There's some people who will be invited to, who won't be invited to the Central Leadership Academy in Olean, who will still be able to run an office. And there are some people who will be invited to this who might not prove it in the next 6 months. We might hold them back and now let them go out for another year. So just know it's a special invite, but also it is like the elite people. So if you just started this summer, it's pretty rare that someone that just started this summer is invited to Leadership Academy right away. So for some of you that just started, don't feel bad about that. It is an elite thing. There is only a special number of people invited. And of course, for our division, think about it. Our division the last couple of years has launched, I don't know, a few hundred people, and only 3 are invited. So it's kind of a big deal. It's like the top 1% of our division. So get there. So you're invited next year. Work hard. Next Leadership Academy is on Saturday, November 16th. It's in Fox Valley. That's there. And then the third one is right here, Saturday from 11 till 4. And then we have limo night afterwards. So be ready to have fun there. It's definitely a blast. And then if you're going to be on staff officially as an assistant in the over winter break and even in the spring, you'll be invited to a January staff meeting on Friday the 20th when many of you are back from school. And then we have our winter break internship, where basically you learn how to run an office in a few weeks. You'll be watching everything for that week right after Christmas. You'll be watching the training, you'll be watching advanced training, you'll be watching the fast start, and then it'll be your turn to go out and crush it and win the January incentive trip. Okay. And invite your parents right now. If you haven't yet, invite them to year-end banquet. If you're in Leadership Academy, I'd love to get a call or even a coffee with your parents if we haven't yet. Just explain to them your opportunity, invite them to year-end banquet, and talk to them about what it takes to be a manager so they understand the opportunity. So that is the agenda there. So you have it emailed, you have it on this call, and we're going over it. So any questions on the schedule there? Okay. Also, a little bonus part of Leadership Academy is you always want to be growing, right? In our division, one of our lever statements is to be what your future requires. And so with that, you want to be reading, you want to be growing. I know you guys have stuff to do in college. I get it. But these are on audiobook. I also have a few of these books in the office. So you want to do some exchange for them for collateral, or we can do a little competition for you to win these books. But my book obviously is free, but I want you constantly growing. There we go. Isaiah's working through it. How many pages are you in, Isaiah? You just started, right? 2.
Yeah, I just started. I'm only reading one course a day,
Okay.
just so I can actually get into the habit of reading. I don't want to force myself on more like an hour or something like that, especially because I'm just jumping into college. But
Yeah.
I'm just getting started on course 5.
There you go. Okay, perfect. So continue to read. It's great. What I love about my book, it's super simple and short. You can get through it in a few hours, really, if you want. A really great, and it's just a great overall encompassing success book, and then we can be on the same page more. Also, number 2 then is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is the mini version of it, but this is such a great book for finances and a basic for finances. The other thing I love about Leadership Academy, I want you to get really wealthy. Okay? Yeah, we want you to grow and learn a lot about people and how to run a great business, but it's to develop wealth. It's to help a lot of people be wealthy also. You want to be financially fit and you want your reps to be financially fit. So we want to teach you things like getting great credit scores and saving money and investing and Roth IRAs and properties and all of that. And you want to use Vector as the vehicle, right? You want to save as much and learn as much while you're here so you can set your future up. And there's a lot of people who aren't very financially fit or don't understand it. So we want to teach you that also through Leadership Academy. And then one of my favorite authors, Hal Elrod, on Taking Life Head On. That's a really quick read also. And The Miracle Morning. Ideally, you read these in order or listen to them in order because it's going to set you up for success and mentality throughout the semester. And then right when you're coming back to crush it for your winter break for 2, 3, 4 weeks, you're in a habit of Miracle Morning. So that is the reading list for the fall. And it's great if you read 1 book a month. Awesome. And just like Isaiah's doing, pace yourself, right? If you just want to do 1 or 2 pages a day, that's okay. But ideally, if you read 10 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning or at night, you make the sacrifice now to learn and watch 10 to 20 minutes less of Netflix or YouTube videos at night or scroll less, and you'll become a better human for what you want for your future. So that is that. So that is Leadership Academy. So it is a prestigious thing. And congratulations on being invited. So that is kind of the plan for that. Any other questions for that? Nope. Good. I do want to do some quick recognition here of the top people for the division here so far. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So you guys have a week, which is what's going to get into my message here on past customer business. But you guys have a week to make it work. You have 8 days. Okay. So you have today's Monday, Miracle Monday. Then you have the last vector week of the summer, which then you have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Labor Day, which means orders that don't get shipped out, and you have till Tuesday at midnight for orders. 8 days, a lot can happen. You could sell 1,000 a day and sell $8,000 or more, even if you have school. And so you want to constantly find solutions and not make excuses for things. And so right now you can see where some people are at. Here's the top. I think this is 16 through 30 here. You can see where some people are at here. So that's everyone there. Then we get to the front page. And then we have on here some of the top people. So congratulations, Isaiah, top, I think 12 in the division. Nice job. Let's get that 10K for this summer. And then Kensington, over 11K with 39 orders. Way to go. 11K, keep that booming. Sat, 28 orders for 14, 7, 11. That's exciting, almost at 15K. And that's added on to your winter break success, which is great. And then I can see some other top people here. Some people who will be watching this later who are on demos. Caden at 21,000, Hunter just ahead of you at 21,000, Daniel at 25,000, and the big CSPs. That's huge to have a 100K campaign. You can see them leading it. They're pacing at Vernon Snyder at a 300,000 plus year, which is a Rolex and 150,000 hours of income. So it's cool. If the whole manager thing doesn't work for you or you don't like it, guess what? You have a pretty good backup as a CSP for once you graduate. So anyway, that's a cool opportunity there. All right. So leading into that and to help you guys boost your sales, I want to talk for a few minutes about past customer business. This is big, and every year becomes more relevant, especially for the CSPs. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, of the stat of how many people order Cutco again. Like as in like, are you guys aware of in the company as a nation, what percentage of our orders are to past customers? Like someone who already owns Cutco, what's your guess?
55 to 60%.
Josh says 55%. What do you guys think?
I'll say like 35%.
35%? What's that?
I was going to say like 50.
50? Okay. Well,
Say 60.
60? Well, what do you guys think? What's your experience in your demos? You say it's about half, or is it about like a third or 10%?
I feel like more people who already had Cutco bought more than people who had no idea about it.
Totally. So the selling ratio as a company is like 70%, right? So if you think about the CSPs doing fairs and shows, 90% of those are to people who already own Cutco because they are coming up like, oh, I have Cutco. And think about your sales to past customers or people who already own Cutco is like 90%, right? So just know that probably for for people who don't own Cutco, the percentage is like 60%. For average, some people have 90% closing ratios to non-Cutco owners. But for people who already own Cutco, it's about a 90% closing ratio. So with that average, it's about 70% of demos done or people that are being presented to by Cutco. But the percentage of the national company's orders that are sold to past customers is about the 35 to 40% range. So it means about a little over a third of Cutco Cutlery's orders of their $250 million a year comes from past customers. Well, you think about, why is that? Well, think about your demos and your first demos. Were they very good? Probably not. We stunk when we were new rookies. We didn't ask for recommendations. We were so excited to write up an order. We didn't even show them gifts and accessories. We maybe didn't even show them all the sets, right? You've heard stories before of customers buying ultimates and signatures from reps that originally didn't buy anything from multiple people, but that rep never showed that customer all the bigger sets. So the customer goes, no, I want something bigger or the best. So I'm not going to buy anything, is what was up here for them. But the rep was too scared to even show that. So our CSPs, our top people at fairs and shows and doing service events, most of their business is capitalizing on new reps just not knowing what they're doing. Okay, so that's why you want to go back to your people. Even if you just started, right, Kensington, even if you just started, your $11,000 of a 258 average order, I think I saw, right? That's about 50-ish orders, 45 orders, okay? You have 45 customers who bought Cutco from you, 258, which is what? How many pieces, right? Not many. 3, 4 pieces. We know they all want a homemaker or more. They all want it. But when we're new, we don't always understand how to do that confidently, how to drop down effectively, how to even show cookware, flatware, all these other things. So what you want to do is capitalize on your own weakness in the beginning, and you want to follow up with those 45 people, Kensington, right? Think about, and by the way, now, even if it's only been 2 months, even if they just ordered a few weeks ago, it's in their hands. They love it now, and they realize how much more they love it, how much more they want it, and they've been using it for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, and for some people who've been around a while, a few years, and they're loving Cutco. So it's so easy to upgrade them. So what you want to do is follow up with them, because now is prime time where it's a perfect storm right now. One, you have the urgency of you going back to school, whether you're in school or not. Hey, I'm going back to school, so I want to help out customers before I leave. They don't know you're able to still help them when you go back to school, and that they have no idea if you're done or not. So there's that urgency. There's the urgency of the end of the summer to help you hit that next goal, right? Isaiah, 10K at least going into to the school year. And the next level, that next basically promotion, whatever it may be. And then the price increase, which obviously saw the price increase, but it's on Cutco.com. It's all active and live right now. Homemaker sets go up by $50. Pieces go up by $2 or $3 or $4. It happens every 2 years to keep up with inflation. And it's really great because it's a pay raise for everyone. We have pay raise or pay increase every 2 years. Our price increase, which means that, we've only sold more Cutco every year. So what's cool is everyone gets a pay raise. So you want to take advantage of that and help your customer out. You're serving them, right? They love Cutco. You didn't sell them everything that they wanted because you were a new rookie rep, and they probably wanted a lot more. And you want to help them out before the price increases. So you want to follow up with them. So this is all my whys to why you want to do this, because some of you who are watching this now or who are on the call just haven't made it a priority. And you have 1 week. The other thing you want to do is go back to people who almost bought Cutco. Because people who almost bought Cutco, now that's real urgent, right? And the phrase they gave you, oh, I'll buy later. Oh, call me later, right? Hey, listen, I'm leaving for school. Prices increase literally within a week. I'm super close to my next promotion. You'd really be helping me out. We have a really cool buy 3 get 1 free special. We have a really cool first special for sets. You can just give them the trade-in special. You can make up your own combos for specials, but it's just that urgency. So you can follow up with someone. You can also have mom or dad or aunt who loves you or grandma share it on Facebook, right? I don't know if you saw on my Facebook, but here, logging right now, I have a post that you guys should all like and share, and then do it creatively. So that way, let me just share this. Do it creatively to yourself. You don't need to copy mine exactly, but let's see, Jason. So, and the more we like each other's posts, the more it'll help boost for all of our other friends and people. Now, you don't do this in like Snapchat or Instagram because your 20-year-old friends don't care about this. All your mom and dad's friends and all your relatives see this. It's great. On Facebook. So beat the price increase. Cutco prices are increasing in September. Dear Cutco owners, and I put soon to be Cutco owners, right? Cutco prices have an increase. They've already taken place on the company personal website. Finest products made since 1949. September 4th is the deadline to place orders and save extra money. Stock up on wedding gifts and Christmas gifts now. You can just say check out Cutco.com and get back to me. Thank you for all your support. My first summer doing this, or my last few months, and supporting Cutco. By the way, 70 years ago, gallon of gas was 17 cents. Postage stamp was $3. New car was $1,400. So it's kind of put in perspective that prices increase. They're going to continue to increase just like everything else. So that's kind of cool. So I would like and share and adjust it and copy that. That's one thing. There you go. Isaiah's liking it. Okay. So next. So some things you want to do here to elaborate now. So like Facebook is great. I'm going to have mom and dad do that. Send an email thanking them. So how to make extra money by helping people and past customers. Send an email thanking them for their order. Emails below. Feel free to add more photos as a template. Follow up with customers by texting or calling them. You definitely want to call them in a perfect world, but as a last resort, you can text them. And then throughout the week, follow up. How to access your customers. Boom, it's right here. Some of you have already seen this. Many of you have not, or you've not taken action on it. So I can resend this out if you need me to email it to you. But here's how you access your past customers. It's right there. Email to send. Here's a subject. Open for Cutco Christmas surprise in August before price increases. So body is basically, I hope you're enjoying your Cutco. Thanks so much for all your support in the past. As a courtesy, I want to make sure you beat the price increase. Takes effect September 4th. Before I leave for school, I'm going to be placing Christmas orders for all my customers. Cutco makes a great gift. I'm also really trying to hit then my summer goal, so you better believe I'm cutting you the best deals possible. Please take a moment to look at Cutco.com and see what you might be interested in. 25% all sets, flatware, and cookware. You guys know how to do that, right? Just bonus points. Buy 3, get 4 for free on everything. I'm going to be throwing in free gadgets for the first 3 people who place an order. Just reply this email or send me a text. Boom, your Cutco girl or guy. Pretty simple, right? And by the way, with these people, you blind carbon copy them. So BCC is a blind carbon copy because you get it, but they don't see that you sent it to 40 people or 50 people or 1,000 people, which is fine if they do. It's just, it seems more personal, okay? Individual text to send follow-up. So in a perfect world, you call them, right? I'll go over this next, actually. Past customer call script. All right, this is originally from Carly Michaelis, who's one of the top sellers of all time and now runs an office. But basically, you call them. How's your Cutco treating you? Do you still have all your fingers? Okay. Do you have any battle scars? Cool. Build some rapport. They're like, oh yeah, I cut my finger. Oh yeah, Johnny had to go to the hospital. Those things are sharp. Yeah. Well, don't cut bagels like in your hand towards yourself, silly. So it allows you to build some rapport. They're obviously loving their knives. First, thanks a lot, Sally, so much for helping me earn a scholarship in the past, becoming a part of my Cutco family. It's been an absolute joy. Second, I'm calling my favorite customers to give them the best holiday deals ever. Cutco's the only thing you can give that lasts forever. You could take care of all your Christmas presents now. Everyone's been ordering for me, blah, blah, blah. Price increase September 4th, so I want to make sure you beat it. Did you get my email or my text from before? Okay. Doing a buy 3 good free special, 25% off. You can check that out. Now's the best time to order because I'm giving awesome deals. And I'm only blank away from hitting my summer goal. So basically let them know that. And then see, hey, what else would you want to get? Or I have your wish list right here. I know you only ordered 4 table knives. You wanted that homemaker. Here's the deal I can give you. What's great is you can already look through your scholarship notebook. If you've been keeping track of it for your recommendations on the right side, the left side should be their like list, which 99.9% of the time, there's stuff left that they did not buy. So they can order from you, okay? So that's real important because that allows you to capitalize on what they already want. And everybody wants Cutco. All right. And then you do that, and that's right there. Thank you so much for your help. And again, if they don't order, that's okay. For expectations, you might have one, like realistically, let's say if you have 1 out of 10 customers buying, that's a big deal. Like that's actually great. So Kensington, if you have 4 people order, Seth, you have like 6 people order, that's great. That's awesome. But proper expectations is most people are going to say, oh, we're great. How are you doing towards your goal? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks again for your help. You know, we're good now, but we'll call you next summer, which they aren't. But put in your note, then your note's a follow up over your winter break push. So it allows you to just be on top of that and show them you're still selling, thank them for their time and their order, and just make sure you can handle any questions. But you know, if you have 4 or 5 orders, one of them could be a flatware chest. One of them could be an upgrade from the 4 table knives to the Homemaker Plus 8. You know, it's pretty cool. So you can get an extra 1,000 or 2 or 3 or 4 $1,000 just from doing this. If you saw the top of this, I put Christina Newby. It's actually not Christina Snyder. Had a $7,900 CPO day on Black Friday to a past customer. They bought a couple Cutco kitchens at a great discount. What if that's you? That could be you. You could be the person we're talking about next who has an $8,000 day because they followed up for the price increase. Another little bonus are these texts. So they're quick, they're passive. You could get lucky by doing this. I sold a signature set to the guy who painted our new house and had a huge reduction on our painting costs. So that's great. So what's cool is let the ilovecutco.com video do the work for you. If they, I guess if it's an easy sale, I guess you don't want to cop out and like just send it to them. But if you know it's a simple sale and they just don't have time to meet with you, and you just couldn't do it before the summer, or if you know they already love Cutco and they just like want a guide to make sure they're using their Cutco correctly, that 13-minute commercial is money. It re-explains how amazing Cutco is, goes through all the pieces. So if they only bought a studio set, they're kicking themselves because they want to get a signature set now, and even closes on like the prices and everything. So just so you're aware, that is money to show to someone who's thinking about it. Right? Think about that customer right now who the wife was going to get a homemaker and the husband came home and he denied it. He didn't see the demo, right? Well, hey, Mrs. Jones, this could really help. By the way, I get double credit if you both see it. So can you show this to him? I know you really wanted Cutco. Show this to him. I'm leaving on the 4th, or I'm leaving for school soon. Can you help? So text for a promise order or upgrade potential sale. Here is the text. You guys can see that. All right. And I'll re-email this out to you guys too, so you guys have it. I'm also posted on the Central Region Manager page that some of you are part of. Individual text to send to follow up. So this is great too. Hey, Susie, it's Jason, your Cutco guy. I hope you're enjoying this great weather. Just wanted to let you know I sent an email yesterday about Christmas and August deals I'm running before I leave for school. Did you happen to receive it yet? So that's if you call them a couple times, you can't get a hold of them. I would just send this text out because it's urgent. You guys have this week, and that's it. So get those out there. You have the call script, you have the email, you have the texts. So it might take you, for some of you have 50 customers, it might take you 3 hours to go through this, to send this, follow up, and talk to them, and make those calls. Some of you, if you just started, it might take like an hour. For some of our CSPs, they do this all week. Like Vernon and Nick and Sam, they're spending this whole week around fairs and shows following up with past customers. Because when you have 1,000 or 2,000 customers, that takes a lot of time. But you're building a business. That's what I love about past customer business. I'm paid now for work I did 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So I have people who are my age, who were 19 when I showed to their parents, who now they're 34 and married. They're like, yeah, the knives, yeah, that you came over and showed to my mom, that, yeah, they're freaking awesome. I want some too. We got married. Please hook me up. Those are awesome, right? I sell 10,000 plus a year as a manager, and that's the past customers. So understand the work you're putting in now then pays off down the road. But if you don't follow up, it's really not as advantageous. So those are some of the reminders and the scripts there. I want to open up for any question and answer before we close things up. Any questions or thoughts on the about following up with past customers? All good? Just got to do it. Just got to do it. Okay. So your assignments here. Assignment number 1 that I'm going to have for the people who are watching the recording as well, all right, is going to be to text me your biggest takeaway, which I'd like to hear your guys' biggest takeaway here in a moment. And all those people text it to me so I know that they watched it. All right. Little manager pro tip is accountability. I always add things like this in PowerPoints and calls, and that's, people are following through. Because it's natural as a person to not always follow through and procrastinate. So as a manager and a leader of people, you have to be very good at that. Okay, so that, and then so we'll open that up in just a minute. Also, go join the CVI group if you haven't yet. The link to that, well, it's on Facebook. It's just the CVI group, and our little domain name to allow you to take the test, even have friends take it, or reps or whoever you want to take it, is just, it's a tiny URL link, /Northwoods CVI. So Northwoods CVI is that /. Assignment number two, that we did this all at the Conference of Champions, but if you didn't do it or you forgot, put all these dates in your calendar, your Google Calendar. Put all these dates in your calendar. Send me a picture when you're done, please, with it. Some of you already have it done, but just put in there so you know when the Leadership Academies are. You can put reoccurring every Monday from 4 to 4:45, our Leadership Academy call. Okay? And then third is to start my book and finish it. Okay? I'm not saying this week. If you want to, great. But you can get it for free from me if you haven't yet. There's also the link to get it free on Audible if you don't have that yet. It's just tinyurl.com, and then the / free no slumping audiobook. Free no slumping audiobook. And then the last assignment is just to follow up with your past customers. Make sure you finish that and get through that. And again, even if you only have a few, all you need is that one customer. That one customer that buys a homemaker or gets a gift and says, you know what, I love that homemaker. My daughter's getting married next summer. I was going to wait till next summer. I might as well beat the price increase. I want to get that homemaker now for her, right? So all it takes is one. That's all it takes. So those are your assignments. Any questions on those? Cool. So real quick, biggest takeaway, leaving the call. Who'd like to start?
I'll go. I'd have to say that my biggest takeaway would most likely be the different ways that you can get in contact with the past customers and the different ways to approach it. I didn't think of it a few of the ways. I kind of thought about emails, but I kind of figured no. But it's something that I'm definitely going to do within these next few days here.
Good. And that text to follow up with the promise order, I mean, that you could use every week.
Yeah.
Of course, get the skills through the field training and learning to not have promise orders or follow-ups, but you can take care of that right away. Cool. Next. Josh.
Yeah, I think it was just cool to see how much of the business is actually just run by past customers and past customer orders. Like, I'm picturing 50%, but it's closer to upwards of 90%. Most of the company is past customer business. So just making sure, just realizing the importance of following up with people.
Yeah. Are they really good CSPs that run their office or their CSP business like Mike Dowd? He does half his business every year to past customers. He's selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of Cutco. He probably makes 6 figures just from past customers, right? So look at it for the long term. Are you creating raving fans, right, of you and the product? Okay, Kensington.
Well, that's what I was going to say is about the past customers. I know that I need to call them, but I've been so busy with packing for school because I leave in the morning. Yeah. So, I know that I need to do that. Now it really puts it into perspective. I'm kind of losing money if I don't get in contact.
You actually are. You're burning it. You might as well take like at least $100 bill. Let's go withdraw it from your bank and go burn it.
No.
But yes, that is important. Seth?
Probably the sense of urgency. That's probably the biggest takeaway I have.
Cool. Yep, that's great. Love it. Yeah, make it happen because you guys all had, we're all busy, right? But you can't tell me, honestly, you watched 0 Netflix or 0 YouTube or on social media 0, right? That's it's false. Okay. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for being on the live call here. Next week, make sure it's in your calendar. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys. We are building something special. Northwoods 2020 is going to be phenomenal. It's because of the people we have in the leadership position. So have a great day. Happy selling. And I'll talk to you guys later.